Today, we're going to be talking about the 5 best NCAA freshman wrestlers who have a legitimate chance of being an NCAA champion. Let's go into the video. We are going to be ranking these by the guys who have the best chance to be an NCAA champion. So that means guys who are very highly ranked nationally might not be the guys who are the highest on the list. For example, at number 5, we got Colton Schultz, guy who is top 4 in the nation. But we got him here at the 5th spot because he has a pretty easy match in the round of 16. But once he gets to the quarters, he's going to have a hard matchup with Cassiope of Iowa. If he can win that matchup somehow, it's going to go up against Gable Stevenson in the semis. Both those matchups are very hard, very tough matchups to win, especially against a Hodge candidate like Gable Stevenson. So that's why we have him here at number 5. And at number 4, this might come to a surprise to you guys, but we got Sam Latona of Virginia Tech. He's number 2 in the country right now at 125, but we got him here so low because although he does have a winnable side of his bracket, once he gets to the semis, he's probably going to have to go up against Jacob Camacho, a guy who's had very close matches with, or Brandon Courtney of ASU, who's undefeated on the season and a great wrestler. Both guys will be tough, and if he somehow does find a way to beat Camacho again or beat Courtney, he's going to have to go up against Spencer Lee, who is kind of like Gable, just unstoppable. I don't really think anybody's going to be able to beat him this year. That's why I got him here at number 4. Then at number 3, we got a guy who hasn't been ranked high at all this whole entire season. It's Adrian Ferrara of Oklahoma State. And to be honest, I don't even like Adrian Ferrara. He's way too cocky. You guys know about that whole Twitter beef he got into with Gable. It was crazy. He's kind of a crazy guy, but I gotta admit, he's a good wrestler. Really showed out this weekend at the Big 12s, and think he can probably get pretty far in this tournament. He has a pretty winnable match in the round of 32, a good matchup in the quarters as well. We'll probably have to go up against Jacob Warner to make the semis, but I think he can beat Jacob Warner of Iowa. In the semifinal, though, he's probably going to have to go against Miles Amin. Now, this is going to be a tough matchup, but Ferrari, a young guy against Amin, a very experienced wrestler. I think it's going to be a fun match to watch, and if Ferrari can upset Amin, which I think he probably can, I think he'll probably be able to win the finals against Schultz or anybody else from that lower side of the bracket. Then at the number 2 spot, at 174 pounds, we got Carter Starochi. He's having a great season, but in the round of 32, he has a pretty winnable match against Marcelli of UVA. In the quarters, he has a pretty winnable match against McNally, most likely. And then in the semis, he could probably beat Demetrius Romero or even Caleb Romero. Both those guys, good wrestlers, but Starochi's just been having a fantastic season so far. But he is going to have to go up against Michael Kemmer in the finals. Now, I could see him making some adjustments. A lot of Penn State wrestlers have peaked at the national finals, at the national tournament, so he could find a way to upset Kemmer, but it is kind of unlikely given the season that Kemmer is having. Just been so dominant and has such great defense, 2 shots. Don't really think it's going to happen. Then finally, at number 1, it's going to surprise some of you guys, but I got Keegan Otoole of Missouri. Now, you might be thinking, Keegan Otoole, he's not even top 5 in the country right now, but his bracket is very winnable in my opinion. He's on the bottom half of the bracket, so he's got Anthony Valencia and Jake Wenzel, who are the toughest guys. Probably will see Wenzel in the quarterfinals. If he can beat him, he's moving on to the semis, and I think it is a winnable match for Otoole. He's undefeated on the season, MAC champion as well. Up against Anthony Valencia. Valencia hasn't really done that well in these national tournaments, so I think Otoole has a good chance to make the finals. And if he does, we'll probably go up against the Bull and Alex Marinelli or Micaiah Lewis, but both of those guys I think could be upset as well. Otoole, young guy. Marinelli is also like Valencia, hasn't done that well at NCAA championships. He's really underperformed at them, and Micaiah Lewis might not be 100% healthy. So because of that, as well as the draw that Otoole is having, he might not be the highest ranked wrestler, but I do think he has a good chance to get a lot of upsets through his bracket and be a national champion this year. Yeah, it's gonna wrap up our video talking about the 5 best freshmen who could become national champions this year. If you guys agree with me, drop a comment down below. If you don't, let me know who you think should be higher or lower on this list, or somebody that I forgot. But that's gonna wrap up our video for today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and sub for more wrestling content like this.